Good morning, Ben. We're looking at your engine. This is looking at it from the bottom. Oil pan's off. We're looking at the crankshaft. And as I mentioned to you, we have a balance problem. Jerry says it's a good engine. It's in good shape. Just got to figure out why it's vibrating like hell. Now, Jerry, why don't you go ahead and tell him what you want to do?
I'm going to check the weights on the flywheel and the balancer and check the numbers on the crankshaft and make sure everything's like in the right time frame of production for the right weight, because earlier 302s were 28s and then later 302s were 50s. We might have something mixed up. If the worst case scenario, we may have to take the crankshaft and the whole rotating assembly, the rods and the pistons, and have them rebalanced.
Okay, so right now you're going to check to see if the numbers match the balancer, flywheel, and crankshaft, and if they do, it might just need a reweighting. If that's okay, whatever, you know, the inspection fee you got in there is good. If it goes beyond that, he's going to let us know, Ben, and then it's going to take taking the crankshaft out and rebalancing the engine. Probably looking at $1,000 to $1,500 to accomplish all that, but that we do not know until he checks out all those items. Otherwise, it's an engine. Jerry, you mentioned it's a good engine. Otherwise,
yeah, it's a really nice, clean engine. It doesn't look like it has a lot of miles on it. One thing that Dean pointed out to me, was it on one of these lobes here?
All rusty.
There's a little rust on the crankshaft, like moisture. But
kind of weird. Why would it be rusty?
Moisture got into it somehow. So if he wants us to take it apart anyhow, just to clean it up.
So you would take it apart and sandblast it or something to get all that crap, all the rust off?
Just tank it, clean it, and mic everything, and just put some new bearings in it, some new rods and mains.
Okay, now you said something about the rockers. You took the valve covers off?
Yeah, it has a roller tip rocker assembly. If he wants a full roller assembly put into it, we could do that while it's apart too. I put the valve cover back on, but I mean,
Ben, I'm not sure how much you spent on rebuilding this thing. I have no idea whether you got 1,000 into it or 4,000. You could buy a crate engine for $5,000, so at some point it doesn't make sense to throw a whole heck of a lot of money at it. But in any event, that's what you got. I'll be back in touch with you.